Welcome to the Trike Show, everybody. Come on in. Everybody, welcome back to the Trike Show. Thank you for all your comments on our last episode. We appreciate it. We have a bunch more questions to answer this week, and we have a very cool trike to show you today as well. So let's get right into it and take a look at some trikes in the showroom. Cowboy Dave 1812 on YouTube asked, how fast can a Dumont go without becoming dangerously unstable? Well, Dave, the Dumont is a pretty stable trike.
We routinely ride our trikes at 30 miles per hour. If you're going to be riding faster than that, please be careful.
Amo Soma on YouTube, the pinion drive adds 4 pounds to the trike. How does it make it go faster? The multiple different internal gears on the pinion are what makes the trike go faster. Think of it as a multiple high-speed gears working to increase your gear inches, but everything is just inside the hub. So it does add some extra weight to the trike, but overall the gears in the hub are what makes up for it. John Browning on YouTube also wants to know, does the ECAT have the ability to go 50 miles per hour? Unfortunately for you speed demons out there, the ECAT might not be the best choice for you. If you comply with road regulations and laws, the ECAT has a speed limit of 20 miles per hour. Virgil Graham on YouTube wants to know, where do you park these expensive trikes in a city setting? Anywhere you would store an expensive bike. Just make sure to use plenty of locks and maybe even a tracker, just in case. We have some questions for Chandler now, so let's go track him down and ask him some questions. Hey Chandler.
Oh, hey Harold.
Nice to seeing you here, man. Do you have some time to answer a couple questions?
Absolutely.
Awesome, let's get right to it.
Cool.
Rainman on YouTube asks, how is the wear on the schlump drives over time?
If you don't abuse the hub and keep up on the oiling, these hubs can last many years before you have an issue. Do note that is not a completely sealed hub, so you'll want to keep the dust and water from getting in it.
So now I have a lot of people asking about maintenance on schlumps all the time. Regular1 on YouTube asks, what problem do the Ackerman compensators solve?
The Sun suspension spindle's geometry acts in a way when you compress the suspension, both the front wheels toe in. This means that you have to adjust the toe alignment with the rider weight. Also, when you're riding on bumpy terrain, it can cause the steering to be difficult. The Ackerman arms move the steering tie rods above the spring in the spindle so that the steering stays the same no matter what.
Also, yeah, pretty much an essential upgrade for anything with
Yeah, I would recommend.
Yeah. It's Steve-O on YouTube asks, can you describe how difficult an ECAT install is?
The Bosch ECAT motor is the easiest motor to install. Trike assembles the kit specifically for their trikes. Everything is wired and ready to install. Every part is literally bolt-on.
Yeah, we love working with ECATs here.
Real
Super
simple.
Easy and super fun. Chip Tredo on YouTube asks, on hand-powered trikes, why are the crank arms set at 0 degrees rather than 180-degree offset, like on a conventional bike?
Having the crank arms 180 degrees from each other can cause the rider to fatigue faster. When you have them in line with each other, it's more like a rowing machine, much more comfortable.
Awesome. Thank you, Chandler. I'll see you around.
Sure thing.
Now for this next segment, let's take a little bit of a break from the Q&A and highlight a very special build that we've been working on. Let's go talk to Ezra about it. Hey Ezra, I hear that we are making a custom Fat Tire Azub trike with a bunch of modifications. You can mind showing me this awesome trike?
Yeah, this trike is super cool and I'd love to tell you all about it.
Awesome, let's get into it.
This is the Azub Tie-Fly X, and it's being upgraded with 20x4-inch fat tires for extraordinary off-roading ability and overall more stability. This is a very custom addition to the Azub that rarely gets done, so when it does, we always love to see it come together. It also comes with an upgraded Bafang Ultra motor. With a top speed of over 30 miles per hour and increased acceleration, this baby will get you anywhere you need to go, and fast. Mounted on top of the motor is a built-in UT Custom integrated headlight lighting kit. For maximum visibility while night riding, it's a must-have on a trike like this. It's also decked out with the added 14-speed roll-off. Being an internal geared hub, shifting is never easier, and for a trike this big and fast, changing your gears quickly and efficiently is a must. Internal geared hubs are great whilst coasting and while stopped, which makes stopping and starting much easier. An awesome feature of the TiFly X is its foldability, and with this big of a trike, it's always nice to be able to fold it up and save some space.
Thank you, Ezra. That sounds like one awesome trike build. Now let's head on over to the quad fabrication area to answer some questions about the Revolution E-Quad. Hey JD, a lot of people have been asking quad questions. Would you mind answering a few of them for us today?
Sure thing, Harold.
Awesome. Thanks, man. First question is from Dawn Backminer on YouTube. She wants to know, do you have easy entry aids for the Revolution E-Quad?
Well, we do not. We are, however, hoping to implement it as an option eventually. Unfortunately, we have not been able to make a quality retrofit for the easy entry aids that is up to our standards. As you may know, we fabricate the majority of our E-Quad parts in our shop, allowing us to get the quality exactly how we want it. So it may take a while for us to perfect the design, but it will definitely be the best product for you in the end.
Josh on YouTube asks, what's the range on the Revolution E-Quad?
On one battery on the E-Quad, if you're only using the throttle on the motor, you can expect a range of about 10 to 20 miles. If you're only using pedal assistance, your range would be closer to the 40-80 mile mark.
Wow, that's a ton of mileage on just one battery. Dustin Smith on YouTube says, what would you guys choose for rough dirt / gravel hill climbing, the full fat or the Revolution E-Quad?
That's a great question. It would depend on how rough the road is. If we're talking about really loose gravel and steep hills, then the added traction from the E-Quad RS would be the way to go. If you are on more moderate off-road terrain, the full fat would be the great option for you.
Good, we have trikes for everybody here. Dee Dee Brandt on YouTube asks, do you have an option for fenders on all wheels of the E-Quad?
No, we currently don't, and we probably never will. We've tried to make some ourselves, but the frame of the E-Quad does not allow for fenders on the tires.
Dang, that's too bad. That's all the questions I have for you today. Thank you, JD, and I'll see you around, man.
Yeah, no problem.
Hey, Jake. Do you have some time to answer a couple questions?
I sure do.
Awesome. Sounds great.
Of course.
Daniel Loya on YouTube wants to know, would you make a full suspension, four-wheeled electric cat trike? What would that price be like?
We can make a quad off of the Cat Trike Dumont full suspension trike, but due to the rear suspension cage only on the Dumonts, we have to incorporate suspension stabilizers to keep the rear end stable. So most of the rear suspension is lost from those stabilizers. A much better option would be the E-Quad RS with front suspension spindles that we fabricate here in the shop, and that E-Quad starts around $65.99.
It's good to know that we have a full suspension off-road option here. Nigel Nightmare wants to know, do you sell the hub motor as a DIY kit?
We do not, but we do have a kit for the mid-drive motor that you can purchase on our website.
Awesome, man. The mid-drive is going to have a lot more torque than the hub motor, so much better for uphill climbing. Shelton Thomas wants to know, is a 1,000-watt trike illegal to ride?
That's going to depend on the e-bike laws in your local area. It's recommended that you reach out to your local authorities to see what laws are before making your motor purchase. If your local area does not allow 1,000-watt trikes, we have plenty of options with smaller wattages to accommodate.
Awesome. Thank you, Jake. I'll see you later, man. Thank you for tuning in on this episode of The Trike Show. We really appreciate your comments from the last video and keep them coming. We'll make sure to get to them in the next video when we can. Also remember to keep an eye out for our weekly merch drops, which you can see in the top right corner of the video. And remember to relax, spin fast, and ride trikes. Have a good one, everybody. Thank you, everybody. That was the last question. Good to know. Let's get out of here.
Okay.
The store Chandler will probably be behind here. Hey, it's Chandler.
Extraordinary off-roading ability and overall more stability. This is a very custom addition to the Azub that rarely gets done, but when it does,
Intro, take 7.
So much sass. Okay. So we'll just start from the beginning.
the third time I hit my head on that.
Okay.
and increased acceleration. This baby will get you anywhere you need to go fast.
Hey, JD, alive?
Hey, G!
It's 2 letters.
Alright.
No. Would you make a full electric? Well, what the price?
Oh, I'm hungry.
Almost taco time.
Are you ready for freaking taco time? Taco time! Oh, taco. Oh. I've heard good things about these tacos.
Oh, they're
The best. No, make it a little lot more left.
Don't game with me.
No, that's right. That's good right there.
Go.
dang. That is one checked out.
Okay, if you want to ad-lib it, that is one
Dang.
checked out.
What?
Thank you for the... Gentlemen, I love this. Get it out. Come on. Let's go. Wiggle it out. Do whatever you gotta do.
Oh yeah, baby, it's Trike time. I'm gonna ask you questions.
Trike time!
Hello.
That's a good shot. I like that shot.